You guys put your hands together for Jeff Greenspan, everyone. Give it up for Jeff. Oh, Jesus, it was so hot today, right? Hot today. My shirt was drenched in sweat, and I hadn't even put it on yet. It was so hot. In a few hours, it is going to be my birthday. I'm turning 48 years old. It's my Jesus year, the age that Jesus was when he died. A lot of people don't know that Jesus notoriously lied about his age. A lot of people don't know this. For his savior, he was pretty petty. It's why do that? Doesn't make any sense. I'm so excited to be doing comedy on the eve of my birthday. I love comedy. I love all types of comedy, except country. You know, I don't. And I love all comedians. I'm so excited that Kathy Griffin is back. She just performed in New York City, and for a while she was on the outs because she held up the decapitated head of Donald Trump. And people got angry. And I gotta be honest, I understand being angry about that. Because it's another example of cultural appropriation. That's a Middle Eastern thing being done by a white woman. Not cool, Kathy. You're out. Get out. Get out. I'm 48, so my friends, they have kids and they have these horrible problems. Where should we send Cody to school? Public school? Private school? If I don't have kids, but if I had a kid, I would send them to school in the school that I see in porn. Because the teacher-to-student ratio looks incredibly reasonable. That's a good community, wherever they're filming that. I'm gonna send my kids there. I don't have kids. I'm sure it's hard raising them. My parents did the best they could. They made some mistakes. They raised me Jewish. I mean, that wasn't the mistake, but I mean, maybe it was. I don't know. But they made some mistakes. So traditionally, Jewish kids get one gift every night for 8 nights of Hanukkah. Here's what I got on the first night of Hanukkah one year. Front wheel to a bicycle. Second night of Hanukkah, back wheel to a bicycle. Third night of Hanukkah, handlebars to a bicycle. And on the last night of Hanukkah, when all I needed were the pedals, I got socks. I got the pedals eventually, you know, for my birthday. In July. You know. Things are so different now. Now there's all this outrage over separating children from their parents. When I was growing up, this is all that I wished for. I was hoping someone would take me away from my family. I'm serious. This is completely true, what I'm about to tell you. When we would go on car rides, like long road trips, I would take my socks and shoes off, and I would roll my socks into a ball, and I would shove them in my mouth. And I would take my hands and put them behind my back like this. And I'd bang my head against the passenger window, hoping that somebody would see us and take me away from this family. From the ages of 9 to 12, I did this all over the Long Island Expressway. You know how many people pulled us over? 0. We were like a rolling Amber Alert that everyone ignored. What's going on in that station wagon? Don't look. Amber Alerts. Do you know that the Amber Alerts are named after a real young lady, Amber Hagerman, who, and I think the reason they named it after her is because she subscribes to the white dominant narrative of beauty. She was a white, brown-haired, blue-eyed girl, and we gotta find those, you know? There was no way the system was gonna allow Shaniqua alerts on the iPhone 7. That was not gonna happen. I'm not racist. I'm not. I'm not. But I went to a very racist school. I was homeschooled. And And when I was around 14, I was starting to date. My parents took me inside and said, now that you're dating, we expect you to bring home someone who's like us. I was like us? You mean neurotic? What do you mean? They said, no, we just wouldn't expect you to bring home a black girl. I know, and I couldn't believe it. But I was living at home, so I never brought home a black girl. But I brought home a lot of black guys. And after that, let me tell you, my parents would have been thrilled if I brought home a black girl. I think my homosexuality made them more progressive when it comes to race. I think in a divided time, in a divided country, we have to work from where we agree. And I think as a society, we've all agreed, or we've pretended to agree, that we are not into bestiality. We're not into it. But I think that's because we haven't found any animals hotter than us. I think if male scientists went into an unexplored cave and they found a hotter animal than us, they'd change the rules pretty quickly. Like, imagine a hot animal, like a Dr. Seuss animal. Like, you'd fuck a sneetch, right? Not a sneetch without a star. A sneetch with a star on his belly, right? Come on. Then we have to name this new species of hot animal. Probably name it Amber, you know? What you name things is so important. I worked in advertising for a long time, and naming is so important. Like, for instance, you don't like global warming. Change it. Climate change. You know? Don't like the idea that you have herpes? Rename it. Cold sore. Don't like the idea of a misogynist racist? Rename it a president. You know, it's fine. Naming's important. I've thought about killing the president, but I would never do it because I don't want the world to know my middle name. I'm kidding. I'll tell you my middle name. It's the most Jewish name you can imagine. Ira. You can't get more Jewy than Ira. I'm literally named after a tax shelter. I'm Jeff Greenspan. I hope you have a great night. Take care now.